January 27th, moles. Molehills are more commonly seen after a thaw. They are often in lines crossing a bare field at this time of year, especially around the edges of London. Large ones may be a winter nest where several animals may now be sleeping together. At the entrance of their tunnels, there may be food stores kept for when the ground is too hard to excavate. Where the soil is softer, near streams or on the sunny side of hills, there is usually much more activity. Because of molehills, moles had been persecuted for centuries. If the hills occurred around a house, it was believed this meant that a death was about to occur inside. Playing football was thought to deter moles from making their hills. It was also believed a mole could be killed by simply hitting it on its nose. Their skin was used to make waistcoats, and plumbers used it to wipe lead joints. Carrying a mole's foot was a cure for cramp, and their blood was also used to treat warts. Powdered male mole was even thought to be an excellent cure for fits. At the time, obtaining the males was no great problem, as all moles were thought to be male in winter. The Jacobites toasted them for their part in the death of William of Orange. The toast was to the little gentleman in black velvet, which referred to the king's riding accident at Hampton Court when his horse threw him after tripping over a molehill. He later died of his injuries. Tracks and signs. This is a good time to investigate tracks left in snow or mud. A fox track may be separated from that of a dog of the same size by the sharp claw marks left by the fox and the blunt ones left by the dog. Foxes also have the habit of putting their hind feet into the same hole in the snow created by their forefeet. To some extent, they then look like the holes created by a walking stick without a walker. The stoat leaves similar but smaller marks as it bounds from hole to hole, which are usually around about 2 feet apart. Trails in the snow left by mice are more difficult to identify, but long-tailed field mice let their tails drag, making it easier to identify them. Cows and deer leave 2 large toe prints, but those of deer are smaller and sometimes also include marks left by the dew claws behind the main print. Another clue is that the toes spread apart when the deer runs. A rough guide to the size of such tracks are 10 times 12 centimeters for a cow, 8 times 9 for red deer, 5 times 7 centimeters for fallow deer, 5 times 6 for sheep or goat, and 5 times 8 for pig. Other commonly seen signs indicating animal activity are strip bark, gnawed nuts and cones, and latrines, as well as scraps of fur and feather caught in undergrowth. It is also worth looking now under hazel bushes for discarded broken hazelnuts. The way in which the nut has been broken to obtain the kernel can betray the animal that fed upon it. Small, neat holes tend to indicate the work of wood mice or perhaps a nuthatch. Slightly more uneven holes could be due to magpies or woodpeckers, and if they are completely cut in half more neatly, it is likely they've been eaten by squirrels or voles. Relatively untouched up woodlands with a hazel understory would be good places to look, such as Delsden Wood and parts of Ashted Common.